there, my dear Leos. I love you guys so much. Hopefully you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, abundant. Happy New Year. We're going to look at the first 3 months today, get a little overview, see if there's anything Spirit wants you to know or any guidance going forward. I'm going to be doing a subscriber surprise for this month as well, so if you'd like to be entered, I'll give you all the details at the end. It is a year of the dragon as well. Ethereal, mystical, magical, right? That's why I'm going to pull from this oracle first. It also is an 8-year, which is full of abundance, an infinity loop, getting in the flow of abundance. So if you haven't started manifesting, it's a great time to do that. Ooh, we've got Rose. To me, this is reminding you to stop and smell the roses, right? Life is beautiful. It's the color of the ethereal too, the purple. And it's also red, so purple and red could be of importance. The red's all about that root chakra, and purple is all about like the violet flame and your intuition. So it's getting into that grateful spirit, like smelling the roses, being present. Because I know when you stop and you smell the rose, it just brings you back to like a grounded state. Like, oh, that's lovely, so things could be going very good for you. Let's see. January for my Leos. Okay. So the first card I got is the Six of Earth, which is the Six of Pentacles. This is about restoring balance. You could receive something from somebody that maybe things have been out of balance, and it kind of evens the playing field. This could be balance within yourself. Eights are all about balance, right? That infinity loop. It's a beautiful card. It's about recognizing like your worth and what you give and what you should receive in return. A lot of people are very good at giving, and so they weigh the scale down very heavy on one side and let people just get away with breadcrumbing, and eventually that scale is going to hit. So it's about recognizing like where you may overgive in life and how to restore the balance back. I do see some kind of Page of Cups, messenger of water. There could be somebody that shows you some love in February, or this could be you just restoring that inner child within yourself. Page of Cups is known to be kind of naive when it comes to love. They fall for anything. But they're also just very carefree and playful and don't have any expectations, like a child almost. And then I've got the Three of Fires. So this is you making a decision about life, where you want to go. That's Two of Wands, right? And the extra wand is that actually moving towards your dreams, your desires, the things that you want. Now, I'm going to get some clarifiers. This could be a restoring of balance in between you and a loved one. Could be a friend, family member, love interest as well. But let's see. We got the Two of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. There's a connection that's been in your life that has kept you trapped in your head, or some kind of cage of your own design. This could be something that you've waited for but never got back what it was you wanted. They may have gave you something, but never to the point of where you felt safe or secure or equal. The Nine of Swords, basically, like, you've thought about this over and over, possibly at nighttime, like, how can I bring this into myself? And with the Six of Earth, like I'm saying, it was an imbalance because you're not seeing things clearly. You've got a blindfold on. You've got some kind of expectation and they haven't lived up to it, or something about the imbalance has really caused you to be off balance. Stressed out, worried, concerned about where it will go. Now, I see that returning, like the balance, you actually looking at it and being like, you know what, I'm tired of waiting for something that may never come. I'm tired of stressing out. Like, I understand we have a connection, but they have to give to me what I put out, or like we can't go any further than this, right? Okay. So with the Page of Cups, I get the Two of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And that's kind of just like what I said. You've been sitting here at this crossroads, like, I don't want to move because what if this person comes back around? Or I don't want to move because I'm not happy with any of the choices that have come to me. So I'll just wait for this one. I'll just sit here. I see movement. I do see messages coming in, possibly from this person. It could have been a missed opportunity in the past. Now, it doesn't have to be. This could just be you're sick and tired of sitting there where you're at, because obviously, like, where you are is, it's almost like you've gotten apathetic, like you're not enjoying life. You're just going through the motions of every day, that kind of thing. And the Page of Water, like I said, is fun and carefree, and I think you need to restore that back into yourself more than anything. Like, instead of looking towards something else to make you happy, you making the movement forward to make yourself happy, whatever that is, right? Maybe working on some healing, doing some things to balance. Okay. Now, with the Three of Fire, I see you taking action towards something, or something starting to move. I've got the Justice, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. To me, this is your karmic justice coming back around for you, right? But you have to move from where you're at. There's something about you having to take like that first step forward in order for the universe to like take your hand. Now, if you don't, the tower's going to fall and you're going to have to rebuild all the way back up. But what I'm getting is like you're being urged to restore that balance back in your life. If you have to tear everything down, because if you're sitting in a place as a Four of Cups, you don't give a shit anyway. You're like, tear it down, I'll start over, I'll start new. And that's kind of what I'm getting, is what Spirit is saying is like, tear everything you thought you knew about love down. Because I got a great love for you. But you have to restore the balance within yourself first. Because some people are very good at giving and not receiving. And then you've got the people that are really good at taking and they're not good at giving. It's that middle line, right? You've got to get to that balance of being able to give and able to receive as well. Now, I'm going to pull from the Dark Mirror, and this is basically like shadow work cards, basically like seeing like places where you might need to dig a little deeper, clear out those cobwebs, look at these places in order to heal. Gemini got that card as well. Okay. Alright. So the first card I got is Artificial Heart. There may have been times in your life where you showed a lot of love, but you never felt love. You've been loving from a place of a closed heart. And it could be because you've been stuck in this Eight of Swords, just not seeing things quite clear, and that could be what it's pertaining to. Like you've put a gate around yourself, around your heart, and you let fear control what your heart does. And so you may on the outside seem like a very loving, caring, giving person, but you're not feeling the love that you're giving, or you're not getting it back, which has left you kind of cold, detached, separated from the heart space. So it would be a good time to really do maybe some meditation on opening the heart chakra. You could also eat a lot of green vegetables. Green vegetables and fruits will help to open it up as well if that's what you're working on. And then I have Envious Gluttony. This card to me is you've been jealous of people that have a lot, or you've seen people do things that make you feel like I can do that, or I should be doing that, or why can't I have that? Like you could see people in love and you're like, why? Why can't I have that? So because you're in a place of looking at outside of you for the love, it's almost like you'll never get enough. It's almost like something is constantly like bigger and better, and you're filling yourself with filling those holes within yourself with external things like sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever. Trying to like I said, like it's almost like the Nine of Cups upside down, and that could be why you're sitting in this apathetic place, like because your heart's not there, your heart's not in it. Like there's all these choices, but you're not feeling anything, and so it comes from a place of not loving yourself in a healthy way. Got to make sure to fill that cup up, and only take what's for you, leave the rest. And then I've got atonement. Atonement is coming to the place of knowing where you messed up, taking responsibility for all the times that you sacrificed yourself, forgiving yourself for all the things that you've done that even though you may have had reasons for doing them, they were still wrong, right? They weren't aligning with the moral compass, right? Um, she's got a bunch of knives in her back. Maybe you've let people run over you. Maybe you've let them hurt you time and time and time again. And that's almost like giving too much. Those kind of people will hurt you too. And you've got to balance that out. You've got to look at these shadows. You've got to forgive yourself for putting yourself in those situations. But you've also got to forgive the people that did it, because if you wouldn't have made the decision to keep going down that rabbit hole, you wouldn't end up with 10 swords in your back. So this is forgiving them, but also forgiving yourself, because there's times in your life that you've done things to others as well, whether intentional or not. I'm sure that these people didn't do it intentionally, but a lot of times when people hurt people, it's because they're hurt, right? And so that's why shadow work is so important, because we've got to clean all that hurt stuff out in order to live unconditionally and love unconditionally too. And I had wedding, soulmate, calling in your soulmate, and honeymoon was at the split. So I think once you get back in balance with your heart, I think that you're going to call in a great love that possibly you'll end up marrying. Okay. I've got let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So this could be with that connection, right? Just quit trying to control it. Quit saying like, this is my person and they've got to do this, or I'm not, it's basically like letting people be who they are. And if they don't align with who you are, you can love them from a distance, right? Um, and I've also seen a lot of people will meet somebody and automatically be like, oh, we're getting married. They don't even know the person. They jump too fast and then wonder why things don't work out. Well, it's because you went in expecting a marriage, and this person's not even ready for marriage. You haven't even got to know them to see if that's something that they want, right? And then I've got children. Your love life is being affected by children. Gemini have that in the same place as well. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but it could be that you're a single parent. All of your time is devoted to your children, so you don't really have time to go out and meet people or, that kind of thing. But I do see movement in regards to this. I think it's maybe even you've used your children as an excuse not to do certain things, or like go out of your comfort zone to try to meet new people, or it could have to do with the person you're with as well. Now I've got new love, and I see that it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, it could be a Scorpio, it could be a Libra, but it's a brand new cup of love. And I think it's going to take you by surprise because I see that you've been hurt so much that you feel like the same thing's going to happen over and over. And when you face these shadows, if you put in the work to heal those parts of yourself, you'll start to see the difference in the loves that you attract, right? And the things you no longer tolerate or settle for just because you're lonely. Um, yeah, the choice is basically going to be up to you. There's two doors. One to the old, which is keeping you stuck in prison, nightmares, sleepless nights, or you move forward and just embrace the new, right? Because it's coming for you. I've got the rider, and the rider is that forward movement towards the rainbow, right? The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And with the 8 of Wands, it's coming in pretty quickly. And you got a lot of 8s here. And it is 8 years, so you're getting into the flow of abundance as long as you're doing the work, right? And it's coming towards you pretty quick. As long as you make the right choices, don't get stuck in the past. And there's something that's going to be revealed to you possibly about this new love. This could be somebody that, like, you were meant to be with in the book of life, or you're going to get in touch with the book of life and understand that you've had the power all along. You've just not given yourself the credit for all the power that you hold. Alright, one more card on each, and that will be it. That's too many cards. So, I've got change. Some people are uncomfortable with change. Some people are uncomfortable with making themselves uncomfortable. But nothing you want is in the comfort zone. It feels comfortable because that's all you've ever known, but it's not truly what your heart desires. Change is necessary. Let the leaves blow. Embrace the beauty of the change. Don't focus so much on what's being blown apart. Focus more on how it's changing. It's like every time I go outside, sometimes I'll be like, I smell change in the air, and I do. I feel it. The winds of change. I have a life number 5. So for me, I thrive in change. Like, if things get too stagnant, I have to change something. Some people are uncomfortable with it. Mainly fixed signs like Leos, right? That change is something that they can't control, so it's almost like they fight against it. Spirit is asking for you to embrace the change because something needs to be broken apart so it can be built back better. Because you've been stuck in this state of fear, almost scared to become the person that you were meant to be, scared to nurture this inner child that's been inside this whole time, just wanting to show you the light, have you to dream again. You surrounded yourself with all these weapons to protect yourself, and it happens, right? But in order to get to happily ever after, you have to do something different, because if you don't, you're going to keep repeating that pattern over and over and over again and wondering, well, why can't things change, and put the blame on everybody else, right? So this is all about accepting that you have the potential for light. This light is inside of you, and it's wanting to grow, but she's got too many thoughts of all the things that could or would, or, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, the shoes that are going to drop. She's like, no, I got to protect myself. What's coming towards you, you don't need protection from. We're always protected. We've always got guides and angels, and the divine watches over us. All we have to do is ask, right? There's a great beauty coming to you. Roses. Lots of roses here. This is being happy with the present. Just looking at the beauty in the sky, or looking at the beauty in the ground, looking at children's laugh. getting back to the basics of what true happiness feels like, getting back in touch with that heart so you can recognize the beauty. Because if you keep staying guarded, you're not going to see it. So these look like a beautiful couple of months for you. Great love is coming for you, but there is some work that does need to be done, but that's an always thing. It's not something that's ever going to really change. But anyways, I hope you got something from this. If you want to be entered into the subscriber surprise, such a tongue twister for me, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave me a comment in the comment section telling me what resonated most with you, or even what your New Year's resolution is. And I wish all the most abundant year yet. I love you, my dear Leos, and I will see you in the next one.